Stop letting a sticky guitar neck ruin your speed. That tacky finish is a friction anchor, holding back your riffs and slowing down your chord changes. For years, we've used messy sprays and temporary fixes, or we just dealt with the frustration. But you don't need expensive refinishing or hours of sanding. Stick around to the very end for the only correct way to wipe it down so you don't scratch your finish. You know the deal. We've had guitars made with polyurethane and nitro finishes, and they're all slick and shiny and really pretty, and they're buffed to a high luster and polish, and you would think that that would be a really smooth finish. But in reality, they're somewhat sticky to begin with, and then you add a little bit of dirt and oil from your hands and grime and sweat and humidity, and after a while, it gets all sticky. You know the feeling. It's like trying to play your guitar while you're eating barbecued ribs. It just doesn't feel right. Many modern guitars, or at least the neck, are using a smooth satin finish. On my guitar builds, I use True Oil, which is the same oil that's used for like gun stocks, and I buff it down with 4-aught steel wool, and that brings it down to a really smooth, silky, satiny finish. However, 4-aught steel wool is not a really good thing to use around guitar pickups. So I found a better option. So the simple solution is to use just a regular Scotch-Brite pad to get that silky matte finish on the back of your guitar neck. Now this will give you the same results as the steel wool without all the metal particles that can cling onto your pickups. And I have to caution you, this will change the finish of your neck. It will no longer be shiny, it will be dull. People won't see the neck that much. This is on the back of the guitar. But it is reversible if you want to polish it back up, but I don't think you will once you feel how great it feels once you've gotten this thing buffed down to a matte finish. All right, the first tool you'll need is a Scotch-Brite pad. And as I've told you, that's the #1 secret to this incredible mod. You probably already have one of these living in your sink right now. It's waiting to tackle the grossest looking dishes. Today we'll put it to good use. However, do use a clean Scotch-Brite pad. Now the Scotch-Brite pad is a little bit more aggressive than steel wool, but not much. It's typically between 320 to 600 grit sandpaper equivalent, and 4-aught steel wool is between 400 to 600. So they're very similar. Scotch also makes a white light duty pad that is similar to the steel wool, but it's a little bit lighter duty. Take a little bit longer to do, but the green Scotch-Brite pads are commonly available and the results are amazing. So I don't think you need to go anywhere else. The next thing you'll need is some naphtha. It's basically lighter fluid, but you can get it in big bottles. And this is just for cleaning. You want to clean your neck, clean off all the solvable grit and grime and oils that are on the guitar neck before you start. That way you'll get a nice clean base to start your process. Remember, we're going to wipe off all that sweat, gunk, and goo that's been mysteriously on there baking since 2007. What is that stuff? You don't really want to know. You just want to get rid of it. Another item you're going to want to have is maybe some paper towels and a clean microfiber cloth to polish at the very end for just that final finish. The other thing that is highly suggested to make the job look really neat is to get some masking tape. Any masking tape will work. Personally like the blue painter's tape made by 3M, and that will be used to mask off areas so that we have a fine, distinct line where we delineate where the neck is, and the rest of the body is going to remain a shiny finish. Okay, preparation and setup. The next step is optional. A lot of people will remove the guitar strings off the guitar. With steel wool, I would think that would probably be a good idea. But with these Scotch-Brite pads, I don't think that that's going to be necessary. You can if you want to as a precautionary measure, but leaving the strings on should work just fine. The next step is to use that naphtha to clean your neck. Get all that grime off of there. Just make it nice and pretty and just make it squeaky clean. So the next step is to apply the tape between the neck and the guitar body and make it a nice clean line. Just follow the curves, make it look neat. And then also to separate the neck from the tuning head. And you want to be really nice and neat. You don't want it to look like a 3-year-old did it. It's just not going to turn out right. In this case, neatness counts. Now, it's debatable whether you want to mask the sides of the neck where there may be some binding. A lot of people like the shine on the binding. If you want to keep the shine on the binding, this process is going to roughen it up and make it look more satin finish. So if you want to do that, tape very carefully along the edge of the whole fretboard and mask off the binding and on both sides, and just let it hang over the strings, and that'll protect your strings as well. Okay, at this point, if you're dead set on using 4/0 steel wool, I would recommend that you take time to tape off your pickups to prevent any metal filings from ruining your pickups. Again, I wouldn't use steel wool, but if you have to, you can. Again, just protect your pickups. You don't want metal filings around electronic pickups. Okay, so the last step in preparation is to lay the guitar down on a soft, clean surface. You could use a towel, or if you have a special foam pad for guitars and working on guitars, use that. But the bottom line is you want to protect it from scratches. Lay it belly down onto your table. So if you're finding value from this video, please tell your friends, hit the like button, subscribe, and pay close attention to this next session so you'll know how to do it the right way. Okay, so the first step you want to do is to wet the Scotch-Brite pad a little bit, wring it out. You just want it moist so that you don't stir up a bunch of dust that you'll end up breathing. This also gives you a nice indicator on the neck because you'll see a white milky liquid that can tell you that you're actually doing something, and it kind of helps you gauge whether you need to push down a little harder or whether you're just doing it too light. The second step is to start wiping down. Now, you want to achieve a light pressure because you're not really sanding and trying to dig into the wood, but you want to do it firm enough so that way you're actually making some progress. So play it by ear, but bottom line is just don't push it hard, just enough to where you can see little tiny scratches forming, and eventually all those scratches will be an even, dull look and appearance as you're continuing to go up and down the neck. The third tip is to scuff in only one direction. You want to go up and down the whole length of the neck in a smooth flowing motion. Okay, a fourth process, but it's optional, would be to use somewhat of a crosshatch pattern when you're actually scuffing the back of the neck. You want to follow this up with straight up and down the neck, just like we've been discussing, repeatedly after you do the crosshatch scuffing, because eventually you want all your lines to be in a straight line to make it the least visible when you're done. And the fifth step is in the scuffing process is to basically work quickly, but stop and check. And what you want to do is just with your hands feel for the smoothness. You should also see that shine is turning into a matte finish, and this is good. Bottom line is the stickiness is gone when the gloss is gone. Now, the sixth and last tip is to do touch-up. Look at the neck in the light. Look at the glare. If you see any little shiny spots, you want to just touch up and go over those spots. You want to get the whole entire neck to be smooth and consistent. Doesn't take a whole lot, but just look at it very closely under a light. You got to get the light just right so that you can see any little glossy areas. And then just touch up any areas where you see gloss, especially near the tape lines. Look there. Make sure that you've gotten right up to the line on the tape and it's nice and even. All right, now it's time for the final wipe down. Clean off everything with your paper towel, and then take your microfiber cloth and just wipe away all of the dust and finish residue. A lightly damp cloth can also work to help clean your neck as well. Okay, the second step to cleaning up is to remove the tape. You want to take it off wherever you put it. Remove all the blue tape near the head, near the base of the neck where it meets the heel, and just reveal the new satin finish that you have, and you should see a glossy line where you've been protecting the older finish. The next step is optional, but a lot of people like to, at this time, just give their whole guitar a final going over with some fine guitar polish. This ensures smoothness, and all the shiny finish gets nice and shiny again. All your fingerprints go away. Just makes the guitar look nice. Okay, the fourth step is to restring the guitar if you had previously taken them off. We're getting ready to play the guitar, and this is the final steps. So here we are. We're done. We've got a fast, smooth neck. It doesn't stick anymore. It feels fantastic. You're just going to love this new feeling. You don't have to worry about spraying it down with anything. You just enjoy it. Your finish is smooth. It's not glossy anymore, but it's very, very smooth, and your hands just glide on it perfectly. So now that you have lightning fast action, you have zero excuses to work on that Ingui Malmsteen guitar lick that you've been wanting to do. So let's get busy. Go ahead and get started on it. Okay, a quick recap. We've done our work. It's now nice and smooth. It's no longer glossy. It's got a nice matte finish, and it's got an incredible feel. If you ever get where it starts to get sticky again, you know the process now. You can just redo it. It shouldn't happen as frequently now, so you have an easy method to follow if it ever gets sticky again over time. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you tried this mod out, let us know how it worked for you. Tell everybody, share your ideas, share your success, share your failures, ask questions. Just let me know how things worked out for you. So once again, if you learned anything and you found any value in this video, please smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more guitar hacks in the future. If you get a chance, check out the description box below. In there you'll find some freebies that you can sign up for, and also you'll find links to a lot of things I recommended in my past videos. So let's keep rocking, and check out my other videos that'll be shown at the very end of this. YouTube will pick out ones that you might be interested in. See you next time, and remember to keep playing. So if you've learned something and found value in this video, please hit that smash button. Hit the smash button. There is no smash button. If you learned anything in this video, hit the like button. Smash the like button. Do anything you want with the like button. Subscribe and hit the bell for more guitar hacks in the future.